Hello and welcome to OctopusDO. I'm Christian Ross and this is my cat boss Nero, and we are doing just an impromptu version here because I happen to be getting ready to mow my yard. It's that time of year again, and I was pulling out my lawnmower and I thought, I have never actually sharpened my lawnmower blade, and I've had it for a couple of years now. So I went ahead and took my lawnmower blade off. There we go. And decided I wanted to try sharpening it on the Jool Tool. Now, there wasn't a lot that I could find online, and I know that I can reach out to Ani. Hi, Ani. Hi, Yarrow, and all your family. I hope you guys are doing great. But I went ahead and just decided that I wanted to play with it myself. So I've sharpened, not completely, I've just started playing with one side of the blade, and I'll show you what that looks like so far. You can tell I've done something to it, and let me show you the original side, or the original look. So yeah, that's in pretty bad shape. I probably should replace it, but I'm gonna see if I can get a little more use out of it first. So first thing I'm going to do is set up my Jool Tool. I have it on the table here, and I've got the guard taken off so that you can see what I'm doing. And I have this screwed down to a block, and I have the block actually clamped to my workbench. So that's how my Jool Tool is set up, and I'm just going to play. The specific abrasive that I'm using for this is the diamond abrasive, which is the most coarse abrasive available on the Jool Tool. And that's looking pretty good. And wow, I even have already done a lot of sharpening so far, and that's still looking really good. So I put it back on the Jool Tool, which means I'm holding the mandrel right here. I set this abrasive side down and just give it a couple of turns, and it's locked on, good to go. Now, I'm really not worried about safety because the Jool Tool is a very safe machine. I'm very comfortable with it, and I've used it for lots of different things, and I've never seen an accident with it. But because I'm working with a really brittle piece of metal here, this steel lawnmower blade, I do want to make sure that I have eye protection, so I actually am wearing my goggles for this, or my safety glasses, not goggles. And so here we go, good to go. So I'm going to turn on the speed, and let's see what the Jool Tool can do. It's all magic. So this is the side that I've been working on, and you can see here, it's looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip this around and start working on the side I haven't touched yet, so you can see the progress. This is awesome. That's in rough shape. So the first thing that I'm going to do is grind down the blade to where all of these nicks and cuts and things like that are taken out, because even if I sharpened it, it would still have those divots. So I'll start with taking out a bunch of those divots, and then I'll try to put a flat plane on it. And this is not sharp at all. Now, right now, I'm not worried at holding this at a particular angle. I know that the Jool Tool comes with a piece that you just slide in, and it's going to give you an angle, and that's going to be great for smaller things like your chisels and your drill bits and things like that. However, because this is a wide piece, I'm really kind of judging the angle by eye. Again, there's probably a better way to do this, and I will reach out to Ani and Yarrow, but I wanted to go ahead and play today while the sun's still out. You know how it goes. So I'm not worried about getting a precise angle right now. I'm just worried about grinding down a lot of those peaks and valleys. So that's what I'm doing right now. So in order to grind some of those down, instead of keeping everything at a specific angle, I'm kind of rocking it back and forth because I'm really just taking off a lot of material on the top right now. I am not pressing up. I'm not putting any kind of force against the wheel really. I am just holding this lawnmower blade up to it and I'm letting the abrasive do the work. Wow, that completely looks amazing so far. Gonna keep going. Coming at it from the other side. Well, you can really see this thing has taken a beating. All right, you may have noticed as I started working a little bit further into it, I've got a lot of those peaks and valleys ground down. So now instead of rolling this back and forth like this, I'm actually holding it at an angle so that when I polish the top part and when I polish the bottom part, they're going to come together into kind of a pyramid point. And that's going to give me my sharpness on my blade. I can already tell the difference. I love the fact that you can look down and see through the top of the abrasive wheel, the Ninja wheel on this. It's kind of like looking through a fan, if you've ever done that. I don't think it makes the funny noises like your voice can do if you're talking into a fan. Sorry, just got a little off track there. But what I can do is I look down and I can see that things are flattening out and smoothing out. But I can also see the marks on the metal, and when you're rolling this back and forth, the marks kind of follow that, but when you're going in a flat plane, it looks the same, like the marks look the same all the way across. So they don't seem to change direction or change angle. That's one way you can tell when you're holding it and you're kind of free forming it, basically, but you're trying to hold it in a straight line. Just look at the marks and see that they're going in that straight line, and you could tell that you've got a good angle and that you're keeping the same angle each time. So that's one thing to look for. There you go. You can kind of see that the lines are going in the same direction. So I'm getting kind of a flat plane there. If you look toward the end, they're not. There's a difference, and it kind of looks like it's rolling off. That's because it has dipped below, and it's not still part of that same plane. So I'll need to get that back in line. I started working on this curved piece right here, and of course I'm not going to be able to get a flat plane because it's curved, so I am going to kind of roll that around. I'm not getting that precise with it. I'm not really getting that precise with the entire thing because honestly, anything I can do to this is better than the way it was. So I'm just going to play with this a little bit longer, and then I'm going to go test it out in real life. Wow, the difference is amazing. Wow. All right. Okay, so I'm stopping at this point because you know what? I've heard that the enemy of good is better. So I could polish this all day and try to get it down to like it's absolutely sparkling, but I could end up really gouging it or making it worse. So I'm going to stop here because, like I said before, anything that I do to it is going to be better than the way it was. So I'm going to go test this out. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Oh, I didn't use any of the other abrasives. I didn't go down to the coarse or anything like that. I just used the diamond abrasive. Man, that is much sharper. Let's see what it looks like after all that. It still has so much abrasive left on it. I'm really, really, really impressed. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I normally say, now you know, go make something, but now you know, go mow something. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.